Hi, second grade. Today we are working on Skills Unit 5, Lesson number 7. Our learning targets for the lesson. I can find the subject and predicate in sentences. We practiced this in our previous lesson. We'll continue practicing today. I can read and identify words with the Schwa spelling. Schwa is one of my most favorite words to say, and we're going to practice it today. And then we will also, if we have time, partner read together actually, The Hungry Troll. Let's review what we learned last lesson about subject and predicate. The subject often comes at the beginning of a sentence. The predicate of the sentence contains the verb and tells me what's happening in the sentence. So remember, my subject tells me what's the sentence about, what or who. My predicate says what the subject is doing, what's happening in the sentence. We're going to review subject and predicate together in sentences by climbing the ladder. Every sentence that you get correct, you move up one spot on the ladder. So we're going to take a look at some of these sentences, and we're going to talk about what's the subject and what's the predicate. We will underline on screen the subject with one line, and we will squiggly underline our predicate. So I want you to pay close attention. Single underline is our subject, squiggly underline is our predicate. Our first sentence says, the bike rolled down the hill. When I'm looking for my subject, I look near the beginning of my sentence, usually, and I say, what is the sentence about? The bike rolled down the hill. Well, my sentence is about the bike. And then when I'm looking for my predicate, I ask myself, what did the subject do? What did the bike do? It rolled down the hill. So notice the bike is my subject. It's underlined in a single line. And then rolled down the hill gets that fancy squiggly underline because that is my predicate. Remember, your predicate will always contain a verb. The verb in this sentence is rolled. Two cats chased the mouse. When I look for my subject, I'm asking myself, what is the sentence about? It's about two cats. And what did my subject do? They chased the mouse. So my subject is two cats. My predicate is chased the mouse. My verb belongs inside my predicate, and that verb is chased. Jeff loves to read. Who is this sentence about? Who's my subject? It's Jeff. And what did Jeff do in my sentence? He loves to read. So Jeff is my subject. My predicate is loves to read. Mike wrote a letter. Who or what is the sentence about? It's about Mike. So Mike is my subject. What did Mike do in my sentence? He wrote a letter. Very good. So Mike is my subject with one underline, and wrote a letter gets the squiggly underline because that is my predicate. I built a playhouse. Who is this sentence about? It's about I. And what did I do? Built a playhouse. So the subject here is I. It's about me, or whoever wrote this. The predicate is what the subject did. What did the subject do? They built a playhouse. Ben likes apples. Who is the sentence about? Who's my subject? It's Ben. And what did Ben do in the sentence? Or what is it about? He likes apples. My verb here is likes. Likes is something that you do, so it's considered a verb. Jesse's dad makes funny jokes. Who is the sentence about? It's about Jesse's dad. What does my subject do in the sentence? What does Jesse's dad do in the sentence? He makes funny jokes. So my subject is Jesse's dad. My predicate, what does Jesse's dad do? He makes funny jokes. Jamie's mom likes to run. Who's the subject? It's Jamie's mom. Good. And what does Jamie's mom do in my sentence? She likes to run. Likes is also a verb. It's something that you do, right? She enjoys it. She likes to run. Jim works hard. Who's my subject? Who is it about? It's about Jim. And what does Jim do? He works hard. So ask yourself, who is the subject of your sentence? And what is your subject doing in the sentence? Matt went bowling. Who's my subject? Matt. And what did Matt do in my sentence? He went bowling. Good. Went bowling would be my predicate. Excellent. All right, so every English word must contain a vowel sound. Regardless of how it's spelled, it must contain a vowel sound. Our vowels, remember, are A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. One more time. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Also remember that words containing more than one vowel sound also have more than one syllable. A word has as many syllables as it has vowel sounds. Now, a vowel sound is not always a single vowel letter, but in this case, happy has A and E. That's two vowel sounds. Happy is also happy. Two syllables. Over here I have is my first vowel sound, and then remember it's an R-controlled vowel, so my vowel sound is So two vowel sounds, under, two syllables. Sometimes if you read the word without closing your mouth, you can figure out how many vowel sounds and syllables. For example, remember vowels we let air out. There's nothing stopping the air. So if you say a-e, I didn't close my mouth to say happy, I said a-e. I have my two vowel sounds, which tells me it's two syllables. Try the other one. Just the vowel sounds without closing your mouth. Good, that's two vowel sounds, so that's two syllables. All right, today we're going to learn a new vowel sound, and it's called schwa. I want everyone to say schwa. I love to say it, schwa. That's not the sound it makes, that's just the name for it. The tricky part of this word is the SCH, which actually makes a sh sound. So I have schwa, schwa. This is the symbol for a schwa sound. The schwa sound is a vowel sound because it doesn't trap any air. Now you might be thinking, uh-oh, why is that E upside down? But this is the symbol for the schwa sound. Remember, our sounds go in our sideways lines. Okay, this is the symbol for schwa. So if you ever see this, you know that it's the schwa sound. What is the schwa sound? Well, the way that you pronounce it might be a little different from person to person depending on where you are in the world. However, most of the time, the schwa sound sounds like this. I want everyone to go, So in the United States, it sounds a lot like the short U, right? In some other areas of the world, it sounds like but especially where we live, it comes out most often as How would you pronounce this word? Well, if you didn't know the schwa sound, you might say about. Is that correct? Does that word say about? No, it says about. About. Which means my A is making a schwa sound. One of Miss Perry's favorite ways to teach the schwa sound is to pull your shoulders up tight, and then I want you to let them go like you're disgusted at something and just go, ugh. Go ahead. Put them up nice and tight and then go, ugh. Okay? The schwa sound sounds a lot like So this word says about. It sounds a lot like there's a U at the beginning, but it's my A making my schwa sound. How about this word? Using our schwa sound, this is afraid. Now it's not spelled with a U, it uses the A to make the schwa sound. How about this one? China. So my schwa is at the end. Good. Oftentimes you see the A that makes the schwa sound either at the beginning of the word, like in about, or at the very end of the word, like China. So it is a vowel sound because it does not trap any air from coming out. This is the sound that it makes, the upside down E, and this is its spelling. So using the spelling letter A can make the sound. About. Notice a power bar. Giant. Most of the time, it will make an sound. Okay? Other spellings also sometimes stand for the schwa sound. Sometimes you will find that the spelling letter E also makes the sound. For example, this word says benefit. Benefit. This E says Listen one more time. Benefit. Severe. Severe. Notice that sound. Decay. Decay. Notice that sound. Appetite. Appetite. Tennessee. Tennessee. Now you're hearing that So sometimes the letter E is used to make the schwa sound, like the word debate. I want everyone to say debate. Debate. Good job. All right, I am going to read out loud a story, and it describes a group of troublemakers called the spelling spoilers who are trying to ruin your spelling by convincing you to spell the schwa sound with the letter U. But we're not going to let that happen because we know that even though the schwa sound sounds like U, it's not spelled with a U. Okay? So I want you to listen along for the spelling spoilers. Deep in his underground lair, the head spelling spoiler spoke to the other spelling spoilers. Fellow spoilers, our plot is to ruin spelling in the United States, and it is going well. He paused to let out a long cackle of strange-sounding laughter. The head spelling spoiler went on, there are lots of children out there who can't spell well, and there are lots of adults who can't spell well either. And best of all, there are adults who are telling the children that English spelling makes no sense. All of these things show that our master plan to ruin spelling in this country is working. Then he cackled again. Notice his cackle sounds a lot like that schwa sound. All the other spoilers began whispering happily amongst themselves. Then the head spoiler lowered his voice and began speaking again. But I'm afraid this news is not all good. The other spoilers fell silent. I've received an alarming report from Syracuse. It seems the students at SAS are learning what they need to know to become good spellers. The spoilers fidgeted in their seats nervously. I am especially concerned about second grade. I'm told that the class knows 5 ways to spell the O sound. The spoilers moaned. I'm told those second graders know 4 ways to spell the A sound. The spoilers groaned. And worst of all, I'm told students in second grade know 7 ways to spell the E sound. The spelling spoilers gasped. No, it can't be true, cried one of the spoilers. The head spelling spoiler spoke again. Fellow spoilers, I don't have to tell you this situation is serious. If those students can spell sounds like A, O, and E, they're on the verge of becoming good spellers. There's only one thing that can stop them from becoming really good spellers, and that's our old friend Schwa. Ah, yes, Schwa. So our spelling spoilers are coming to spoil our spelling. So we're not going to fall for it. They want us to spell about like this. But now that we're learning the schwa sound, we know that the letter A makes that sound. Reporter. Ooh, the letter E is making that sound. America. Not today, spelling spoilers, not today. All right, you are going to take a peek at the Hungry Troll on your Google form today, and you have some other practices to work on in your Google form as well. And that's it for today's lesson. Nice job, and we'll see you tomorrow.